In this video, I'm going to share with you uh, some basic information about radiographic testing. Our course is a hybrid course, and it includes level 1 and 2. Part of this is online, and then there would be one-day practical training. So why we do this online course is because if you want to do level 1, you have to undergo a minimum of 40 hours training, and same as for level 2, plus pass general, specific, and practical exam. So there are 3 exams after undergoing the course. That's the minimum requirement according to ASNT, SNT TC1A, recommended practice for qualification and certification of NDT personnel. There are other standards like ISO 9712 and CP189, but they are more or less around the same line about how many hours you should undergo a training and how many days or months you should have on the job training for a specific level, for a specific method. Just to let you know that the method means we got 16 methods in ASNT. One of them is radiographic testing. And then each method can have several techniques, like radiographic testing can be digital radiography, computer radiography, and so on. So let's go and see what this course involves. This would allow you, this course, once you register, at the end of the course, you will have an exam, which you can do one time only. If you pass the exam, you will receive a certificate of completion that you have successfully completed the training aspect of the radiographic training level 1 and 2, and also you pass the general and specific exam. And once you have finished this, if you're happy with this, that can be the end of it, or you can also book for one of our classroom training slots, and you only need to attend for a day to undergo practical training, and then around 1 to 2 hours for a practical exam. And at the end of it, you shall be awarded the RT level 2 certificate, which is internationally recognized. Now let's see what this course involves. The reason we have the ASNT on NDT classes online is because you don't need to get off the work and lose your income, because in total, if you want to go direct to become an RT level 2, you need 80 hours of training. So the training hours of level 1 and level 2 will be added. And here, this course sufficiently covers that training aspect. So the only thing we need to do is to attend our practical training and exam. So with this course, you'll cover the training plus attend the exam. And if you pass the general and specific part online through us, you receive a certificate that you have completed the training and passed the general specific exam. If you fail the exam, the pass mark being 70%, and remember the aggregate of all the 3, general, specific, and practical, should be 80% minimum. The pass grade as per ASNT, then you should receive a certificate. But if you are scored below 70%, this course gives you another chance. It will reset your progress, and you go all over again, and you attempt it once more, free of charge. So this course covers the requirements of ASNT, SNT C1A 2020 edition, and ANSI ASNT CP105. ASNT, SNT TC1A tells you about the qualification and certification requirements, the training hours you have to go, the exams you have to fit. So that's a general recommendation. And ANSI ASNT CP105, which is also cross-reference to ASNT TC1A, is actually giving you the headlines, so the recommended topical outlines for qualification of non-destructive testing personnel for each method. In next videos, we'll go through both these documents and let you know how that works. So because you might have a question that might have gone to different training centers and they might have a slightly different course content. So these are recommendations, and we try to provide a training which is very comprehensive and not only covers the CP 105, but also over and above that. What you will learn is, we already explained here, we shall be talking about NDT certification, which is referred to as SNTTC 1A. You look at, we'll go through some sample RT procedure and report, and also we go through some written practice or certification procedure. The written practice or certification procedure is based on SNTTC 1A recommendation on minimum number of training, classroom, and on-the-job training, and the exam, and also the pass grade. So it covers that. So hence, the certificate you received is based on SNTTC 1A. You shall learn all about radiographic testing in this course, film processing, artifacts, and well defects, ASME section 5, which is practically a must-do for all NDT personnel, regardless of method or technique. And ASME section 5 is practically the mandatory code that tells you how to write a procedure, what should be in a procedure as essential, non-essential parameters, and what should be in a report. So the NDT procedures and reports are all according to ASME 5. And we shall learn about metallurgy, manufacturing, fabrication, casting, forging, welding processes, the popular welding processes that you will encounter during your tenure, the welding issues, that the weld defects, and there would be a comprehensive PowerPoint presentation, and there would be 6 sets of practice questions, and finally general and specific exam paper that you are allowed to do once only, because that's a real exam, and based on that we can certify you to be to have passed the general and specific exam papers. We are going to go also through our course content, so you know what is it, how is it covered in detail, and then upon completion, as I said, of training course material and the videos, flashcards, PowerPoint presentation, we provide you with 2 sets of general and specific question, and then 2 sets of general knowledge, which are graded. So it's similar to that. Plus, we provide you with a lot of flashcards. And then also we support you through, you can write to us by email, or even easier, you can use our WhatsApp line, any technical queries. I am Ash, and Mos is doing all general queries, any access problem you might have, any payment issues, anything else, or registering for our practical classes. And I will answer anything that is not clear to you. We can have a online through WhatsApp, we can talk through this, or you can text me, and I'm happy to help. So if you pass the exam, certificate of achievement is issued, certifying that you have successfully completed the required course. But if you fail, you have to, the course would be reset, you have to go through it again, and we give you another chance to do it. But it's so clear and so obvious, the training material and flashcards, that I'm certain that we should have very close to 100% pass rate. Now, let's see what certificate you receive here. I'll go and show you our certificates. So this would be the certificate that you would see So it's we are a training provider, accredited training provider on CPD, continuing professional development. And it would be your name here, and then satisfactorily completed the training program, passed the general and specific exam in the subject of ASNT radiograph testing level 2, based on 2020 edition of SNT TCC 1A and CP 105. So this will be automatically generated and you receive this certificate. And if you wish to be a fully qualified, international recognized ASNT radiographic testing level 2, then you will book one of the slots, practical classes, because that's practical. We have to go through the radiographic interpretation, the mock-up radiography, and then there would be a practical exam. So it would have to be face-to-face. And then, at one of the slots you will select, and once you've gone through that and pass the exam, we'll award you a ASNT radiographic level 2 certificates. Okay. So this is 120 days, 24/7 course access, online support via WhatsApp and email. You can also write to us. Click on this, it will directly take you to the email. Now let's go to see what this course involves. So module 1, we'll be talking about NDT certification in general and RT radiography in particular, according to ASNT TC1A. And there would be some flashcards to tell you what is this all about. On module 2, we'll be going through some sample procedure and report, written practice, certification procedure, so you get a complete picture of how that works for you. The written practice, so every company should have a written practice because this is an employer-based certification. And if you are a one-man show, you can have your own limited company and a written practice in your name that we can provide you free of charge with your company logo. And if you are a proper company, a large company, then obviously we do the same for them, and we train all of the people of that radiography. And also we go through some sample procedure report to see how that is done. So the written practice is always done according to SNTTC1A and CP105, but the sample procedure and report is done according to ASME section 5. And then module 3 is very comprehensive. This is the actual body of the training. It's got some 19 lessons, starting with application, training, certification, basic knowledge, half-life, density, sensitivity, scatter, geometric and sharpness, atomic structure, isotopes and half-life, energy, intensity and absorption, subject and film contrast, radiographic techniques, film processing techniques, radiation hazards, safe working practices, and radiation detection instruments like Geiger or collimator, Geiger or film batch, protection against radiation, IQI or penetrometer selection for material groups, and sensitivity standards, filters and masks such as collimator, exposure and equivalence chart, and radiographic interpretation. Module 4, we talk about film processing, manual processing, automatic processing, artifacts or film defects that as a result of processing it starts, not actually the material itself, and the weld defects. And on section module 5, we'll talk about, we have an introduction to ASME section 5, non-destructive examination, and the general requirements. So each method should comply with general requirements anyway, regardless. ASME section 5, article 2, which is specifically about radiography. And then we have a general knowledge on RT, and then we have an extensive 9 sets of flashcards that are very, very important for your final exam. Then on module 6, we go about metallurgy, manufacturing and casting, forging, welding processes, So you should have a general knowledge about all this. We also have a module 7, a PowerPoint presentation, defects and repairs, pipe and plate inspection, visual inspection, and then we have here, as you can see, six sets of questions, RT general knowledge 1 and 2, and then we have a sample general practice question, number 1 and 2, and a specific sample questions. They are timed and graded, so they should be sufficiently prepare you in conjunction with the flashcards for the final exam. You can take this Module 8 as much as you want till you get the hack of it, but Module 9, which is specifically one set of general question paper and one specific question paper, you can only do it once. So if you don't get the 70% score, the computer automatically would fail you and you will not receive the certificate. However, I'm certain close to 100% of candidates who really go through our course material, they would pass the exam. For those candidates with less knowledge, we already supplied with lots of flashcards, lots and lots of flashcards, 1,000 flashcards and pictorial presentation. So you really understand what is this about. Now, the reason we do, again, the online training, because ASNT, ASNTTC 1A allows us to do the training as web-based, computer-based, offline. So we are taking that opportunity so that you need the minimum number of hours of classroom training. So the practical is. Any question, please come back to us and we would be happy to help. So this would be the introduction to radiographic testing, RT, hybrid training course, level 1 and 2 online. And the classroom training follows once you you pass the exam, you go through the course, you complete the course. There would be a track record of that you have completed the course in our system because that's a requirement according to SNT. And there will be a record of your exam and you shall receive a certificate. So once you've done that, you can always register with us and attend our practical classes and exam. And once you pass, you receive the final certificate, which is the internationally recognized RT level 1 and 2. Thank you.